What if you're planning a move to a 55 age plus community in 2020? I've been getting a lot of questions from my clients about what's going on at the different communities. Each one of these communities is sort of handling these practices in a different way. What I do know is that moves are still happening. They are still continuing. People are still able to get into their new units. And I know all of those communities are adapting just like we are as a general community to these restrictions. Things are starting to ease up. Just today, the governor was going to be releasing a set of plans that would ease restrictions at the 55 plus community. So that news should be coming out and should affect what is happening with the community's pools, with the community's restaurants, etc. Remember, this too shall pass. And as we are entering into the fall, we know that things are going to slow down. So if you're planning a move to a 55 plus community, I recommend looking at our videos that focus on senior move managers. One thing I can tell you is estate sales are still slowly getting going, but really most of my clients who are looking to move and downsize at this point are employing their buyout services. So buyouts are a little different than a full-on estate sale, whereas they come in, they evaluate the stuff you have. In some cases, we're just taking pictures and sending them to the estate sale companies and buyout companies, and they are making their evaluation on the spot, whether they have value in those things or not. I do want to point out that we're in a little bit of an unusual time. In my most recent newsletter, we talked about that, estate sales as we entered 2020 were becoming less common when it came to seniors, just because we had more seniors entering the real estate market. That meant the same kind of things flooding the market. Well, as we entered the COVID shutdown, that literally took 2 months of our year away from all of these businesses that would usually accept furniture, sell furniture, resell furniture. And that has really come to a standstill for 2 months. And now that we're opening back up, estate sales are becoming even more rare. So if you're interested in what an estate sale would look like, if you're interested in knowing more about how to downsize or how to effectively get into it, I recommend reaching out to us. Look at one of our videos on what generally people do when they get into those initial stages of downsizing, because a lot of the things you're going through might not be necessary if it came to really getting your house ready for market. I would also say that as we head into this post-COVID type of world we're living in, that buyers in general are under a tremendous amount of stress. We're all under a tremendous amount of stress just with all that's going on in our world. And the importance of having a more turnkey ready home is even more important. That is what the Steller Group specializes in. That is what our staging team will help prepare your house so that it stands out from the other listings that are out there. Remember, no open houses right now, so the only way to get people in the door is through showings and through our virtual tours. So our next thing we're really going to be looking at doing over the course of the summer here, and I'm pretty excited to talk about, is our webinars. So many of you have been to our senior seminars around the Denver metro area. Those are now shifting to webinars, live webinars. We just completed our first one last week. Our next one is coming up on July 8th, and it will focus on downsizing during our turbulent times. How have things shifted? How have things adapted? How do you need to be prepared if you're really thinking of selling and downsizing in 2020? You may be looking even at 2021. And folks, we think this is probably going to be our new norm for at least the next 10 to 12 months. I would love to hear what questions you have for us. What things are we needing to talk about? What things are you needing to know about when it comes to real estate, to downsizing? I would absolutely recommend, if anything, you reach out to us here at the Steller Group, talk to one of our agents. Let us give you a over-the-phone consultation on what's going on in your neighborhood with your type of house and speak to your situation. Because remember, your situation is very different than anyone else's situation. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.